Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rick. I bought a new brush today at Michael's. It's a number 12 filbert, okay, for acrylic. Today I'm going to talk about maybe we'll do a cool landscape in acrylic. I also want to talk about selling your art. Like this is a 14 by 14. When you need to get some of these in your arsenal, so this size sells pretty good. So if you're just doing like bigger paintings, maybe think about doing some of these small ones. They don't take long, and we're going to do a cool painting here, and I guarantee you it'll sell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my sky off with some light blue. I'm using water, just straight water, for a retarder to get the paint to move better on the canvas. Just going to throw some light blue up here. I dip my brush in the water, and let's come up here and throw some color up here. Check it out. You don't have to throw that blue everywhere. I'm going to end up putting some white up in there and maybe covering these spots with some clouds. I have a cool mountain in here. This acrylic, so we got to work in phases, okay? This stuff dries fast. Right now I'm just going to dip my brush in water. Not even going to wipe it off. Grab some white and blend a little white here at the bottom and bring it down a little bit. Okay, just titanium white. We'll lighten up the bottom of this horizon. Okay. Now take your brush and let's wipe it off, and let's kind of get a blend in here with what we have up there so far. Just kind of blend it in. That looks good. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to lay my mountain in right now. I'm going to grab a smaller filbert brush. If I cleaned this one good, did I clean it good enough? No, I didn't. Get another filbert brush, a little smaller. I'll have to clean that one. Here we go. Here's a good one. I think this is a number 4. Let's put a mountain in here. I'm going to use Payne's Gray to get my mountain designed, okay? I'm going to design the top of my mountain first, okay? Get some cool peaks going on in here. Just the top part of your mountain. Get some nice peaks going up there. There we go. Now with your brush, let's come in here and start pulling it down a little bit. Pull some of that color down and shape your mountain. I'm going to do this pretty quick and show you that you can do a bunch of these and get out there and start selling your paintings. I sell them at I'm going to start selling them at all the we have a lot of art walks here in Seattle, and you just join up with them, and you can go to different ones every week if you want. Look at that, with just this is a number 4 filbert brush. Look at that mountain, and I'm going to put a little white at the bottom just to lighten it up. You see how I'm just painting loose right now? Because this is just the underpaint, okay? We haven't started painting yet. But you can kind of see I designed some cool things in this mountain already. Wipe your brush, and you can come in here and you can see some designs on the mountain already. You know, some peaks and stuff. You see that? I can run this one in front there if I want and push that further back. That's probably what I'll do. I'll put this one in the front. Draw that mountain further back. Okay. I'm going to let this dry and then I'll start putting some snow up there. I'm going back to the big brush. I want to lay some water down here. I'm going to use that same blue in the sky. Maybe put a little gray, Payne's gray with it, okay? Blue and a little Payne's gray. And make sure you wet your brush a little. Let's just put some water down here. I'm painting on the fly. I don't know what I want, really. And this is good practice to paint like this. Okay. We'll just put some water down here and I'll put some land in here. But let's just get some water down and maybe we'll get an idea. I'm going to put white back here at the back of the water to lighten up that water in the back. Alright, that looks kind of cool. Now I'm going to get a fan brush, a number 2. This is an oil fan brush. I'm going to put some trees in the back here. I actually bought some sap green. It's a different brand though. It's Winsor and Newton, okay? Sap green. I've been using the hooker green with the basics acrylic because I couldn't find, they didn't have a sap green, so I had to use hooker green. So I went ahead and bought some sap green. Now I'm going to kind of mix it like I did when I did my oil painting. I took some sap green and mixed a little burnt umber in it to darken it up so the trees look darker. So mix some sap green and burnt umber. And since these trees are going to be way in the back, I'm going to add a little light blue to them to make them a little lighter, okay? Let's run a row of trees back here. Let's run it lower than the mountain. So I'm just going to stamp in some color here, straight across. Maybe coming down at an angle. A little angle here. See that? At an angle. Take your brush now and let's just pull to the left underneath it. Just pull it to the left. You'll create some kind of ground underneath there. You see that? Doesn't that look cool? Now, if you want, you can put a few indications of evergreen trees back here, okay? Over here, you got to make them really small because I think I'm going to have everything going back to this corner. Just make some small evergreen trees over here. Over here, you could get a little taller. Okay. Keep in mind, I'm going to have a few trees coming up here. So what I'm going to do is grab some of my dark color that I made and put in some bushes down here at the bottom. Just stamp it in with your fan brush. And I'm going to have a tree coming up here. Over here, I'm going to have, I'll just follow this here. I'm going to have some land come out like this. And maybe turn and come down like this. Okay, let's just fill that all in with that. It's sap green and brown mixed. Just put that in there. So, we're still doing the underpaint. This is all underpaint here. All right, there's our scene pretty much. Let's put a tree over here now. I'm going to mix a little, I think I'm going to add a little Payne's Gray to my sap green because I want it to be dark, okay? Little Payne's Gray mixed with the sap green. I don't want to put black in it. Sometimes I used to put black in it, like with oil paint. But I just want this green to be dark. You can always lighten it up when you're done. But I want the tree to go in really dark. I'm going to use a bigger fan brush now. I'm going to use the number 4. Let me see if I have an acrylic fan brush, a big one. Yeah, here's one. This is it's a number 4. Pretty sure this is acrylic, so let's give it a try. We'll put an evergreen tree right on the edge here, okay? Pretty tall. I should do the snow on the mountain first, but let me just put this first tree in here, then we'll do the snow up there. So use the corner of the brush, and I'm just going to come straight out, really small, and design my tree as I come down. See that? See how much darker it is than this green? So it'll cover over this is all light colored down here, so it should cover over it. Just design your tree, come down. I'm going to get a little wider at the bottom, press a little harder, make these branches bigger at the bottom, and come out more. And then I just kind of fill in the middle here, like this. Doesn't that look cool? It's a nice looking tree right there, I think. These will sell, so let me see where I am on time. I don't want to be going too long on this. I want to make this a little wider in here. Okay, just widening it out just a bit so it doesn't look so skinny on the top. Adjust your tree if you want. That looks a lot better. I just added a little more branches in here. See that? And I'll highlight this tree.